We are here and ready.
So, the first thing that I am curious about is what has been an ongoing life lesson for me in intuition, learning how to acknowledge it, trust it, and follow it. I'm wondering if you have any advice for how people can tell what is their intuition speaking to them. And second to that, how can one deepen their relationship with their intuition?
We wish to clarify something that you said. You began your life completely connected to your intuition. So your entire life has not been a lesson in intuition. What you are currently learning is actually an unlearning of the ways in which you have began to block your connection to your intuition through doubt, through fear. The difficulty that many humans experience in their journey to reconnect to their intuition is the amount of pressure that they put on themselves and on their intuition to get things right. We advise you to make it a game, to be playful with the process, and to develop the skill set in areas that are not high pressure, that are not incredibly important for you to get right. Because as you develop a skill set, when you add a massive amount of pressure, you also add a massive amount of contraction and fear. And the state of intuition is actually an expansive state. It's a state of you being connected to all of the aspects of yourself. So the energy of playfulness and fun is much more identical in quality, in frequency to the energy of intuition. The energy of pressure and fear is not identical to intuition. So if you want to connect more deeply in a conscious way to your intuitive knowing, make it a game, make it playful, make it not overly serious, and do not bring to it problems that are going to massively dramatically impact your life in terrible ways if you get them wrong. That is not the way to get the most from a skill that is being developed, but more than developed, reclaimed.
Mm, I love that. My whole body feels that. Thank you.
Your whole body feels it because it remembers the true knowing that you were born with and that you access regularly. Your idea of yourself as someone who is claiming their intuition or learning their intuition is actually inaccurate because you grow, and this is true for all of you in so many ways and for so many things. You grow and evolve so much more quickly than your self-perception allows you to see. You continue to see yourself as you were rather than as you are.
A follow on question I had with that is my fascination with the dream world and what we are experiencing when we dream. I often feel that, especially in recent times, that my dreams have messages for me. Can you speak a bit about this?
Your dreams have many levels and layers. And as you increase your self-awareness and self-consciousness and your ability to work with yourself in the energetic space, they can be an incredible tool to facilitate that growth, connection, and expansion. Your dreams are many things at different times, so do not fall into the idea of thinking that they necessarily mean this always. There are, for example, the dreams that you have that are parts of you giving you information, letting you know things that deep down you know, but your conscious mind sometimes gets in the way of you seeing clearly. Sometimes they are kind of energetic thought experiments to allow you to process some things that are running within your energy field that you have not yet processed. The dream space is a much more fluid and playful space than your physical reality. It is capable of being changed and morphed and played with much more quickly than your physical reality. So it is a great place to play things out, to process things. It is also a really good indicator of your energetic vibration in the moment, which is why you sometimes have dreams that feel fantastic and why you sometimes have and why you sometimes have dreams that do not. So they can be an indicator of your current moment to moment energetic vibration. They can be an area for you to process unprocessed emotions and energies. And they can also be ways for you to access your deep knowing that is not being allowed by your conscious mind. There are more ways than that, but they're the primary ones in which dreams can facilitate your growth and connection and expansion.
Beautiful. One question I had was around, in particular, for people who are working against the injustices that they see in the world and systems which are quite oppressive. I'm wondering if you have any advice for people who are working in those fields who may be experiencing burnout and becoming disheartened.
Burnout occurs when there is a discrepancy in the amount of energy going in and the amount of energy going out. The energy of fighting is both helpful and unhelpful in different ways. It is helpful for you to know what you care about and what you value. So when you see something and you feel that physical, energetic recoiling within your being, when you feel that urge that, no, this has to change, this is wrong, it is an extremely important moment in that you clarify who you are, what your values are, and what you want to put your energy towards. But the way we worded that is important. It's what you want to put your energy towards. And what you want to put your energy towards is the opposite of the thing that you want to fight. There is something that is little understood currently by humanity, and that is the fact that the energy of fighting begets fighting. Pushing begets pushing. And those moments of, no, I don't want this, no more of this, are vitally important. But fighting against is much less productive than working towards. Maida had a conversation with someone in the last couple of days where she mentioned her most favorite quote being attributed to Mother Teresa, where she was asked to go to a anti-war rally and she said, no, but if you have a peace rally, I would love to come to that. That is a really subtle but important energetic distinction that we would love anyone who deeply cares about a cause to embody and to use and to fuel their efforts with. Remember to stay connected to the vision. Remember to stay connected to what you passionately want to create. Because when you put all your focus on what you hate and what you want to fight against, you do not bring the energy of the solution. You add more energy of problem. And that is not what you want to do. And going deeper than that, we understand that there are what appear to be injustices in the world, and we do not want to minimize those in any ways. There are a lot of systems that humanity is currently engaged in which are not equitable. There are issues that are happening with your planet currently that many people are fighting against. But really, at the core of what they want is a healthy planet, is a healthy environment. So turning the focus to that will facilitate the creation of that. But we return to our previous point. Go deep within. Look within yourself. The universe is a mirror. And again, we are not saying that the systematic problems in the societal structures do not need to be addressed. They absolutely need to be addressed. But when your internal personal energy is in alignment with the solution, not just because you focus on the solution, but also because you do your own inner work, that is when miracles are possible and they can happen quickly. And by your own inner work, we mean this. If, for example, you are fighting violence, domestic violence, violence against women. Let's assume that that is one of the causes that you feel really passionate about. Absolutely work to create change within society. Please hear us when we say we are not advocating lack of action in the external, but we are advocating working within the internal to support the action that you take in the external. So if your issue is you would like less violence, look within yourself at where you are being violent with yourself. Where are you dominating yourself? Where are you ignoring the powers of aspects of you? Where are you fighting? Where are you pushing? Where are you silencing? All of the things that you see externally are a part of the collective and they are also a part of you. And if you are actively, strongly called towards a course, it is for a reason. It is mirroring something that is inside of you. And we guarantee you this: as you, as an individual, work on the personal resonance that you have to the issue, do that work internally, and then turn towards the solution of the external thing you want to create in society, you are clearing the energetic path to create the thing that you want. Fighting against you is not the way. Fighting against others is also not the way to create those miraculous transformations, but working towards, moving towards, focusing on in yourself and in the external. So many of you want to create a new vision of your planet, a new vision of the earth, and that is very possible. And it is becoming more and more possible as all of the darkness is being brought to the surface. People are being activated, people are being outraged, people are being inspired. And if you do the work to clear up the parts of yourself that are not in alignment with the solution, create energetic alignment within yourself to the solution, work internally, work externally. Keep your eye on the prize, as you say, the vision that you hold for what is possible, and move towards that with inspired action. The changes that so many of you seek are possible in an incredibly short period of human time. So much is possible. So much is possible for you as individuals, and so much is possible for you as a collective. That is part of the reason we are here. We are here to help those of you that are ready to see things differently, to see the power within you, to see the ability that you have to transform yourselves and the world, enact it, to live it, to be beacons of hope and of the visions that you have and the creators of the visions that you have in a physical 3D experience on your planet, who is so ready for expansion, growth, and change. We love you. We love you. We love you. Go well.